Hey everybody, what's up? Circus here, coming at you with our KC Cup predictions.
Mm.
And Herf was pretty excited about doing this video, so I brought him in. He's gonna be Mr. Know-It-All. He's gonna tell you what's gonna happen in this KC Cup, and then we're gonna hold him accountable at the end of the KC Cup. So what we got going on right now is we got last night's anti-phase highlights going on right here. So this is the finals. This is Element Sabers versus Stromberg. Yes, very hilarious to watch. So I thought you guys might want to watch that while we talk about our KC Cup predictions. So, Herf, let's go, man. Just start throwing it out there.
All right. I think, okay, so while I can't predict the future, okay, I can't tell you exactly what's going to happen, but I think this is going to be one of the most interesting KC Cups we've had in a while. Because in my opinion, well, in past KC Cups, there's been a pretty clear, like most powerful deck, like the one to beat.
Mm-hmm.
This format does not really have like a big kid on the block. Most of the decks are pretty similar in power, and they all like beat a different deck. Like it's a nice rock paper scissors format. Like Sabers beat Blackwings,
Mm-hmm.
Blackwings beat Witchcrafters, Witchcrafters beat Sabers. Right? And Neos is kind of in there. Shiranui is kind of in there. Karakuri is kind of in there. Doesn't really have any hard lose matchups besides maybe Sabers. But besides that, it's a pretty interesting format. And okay, unpopular opinion,
All
but
of your
I
opinions are
definitely think
unpopular.
Karakuri have a solid chance at taking this Casey Cup.
You really think so? They're so unproven. They just came out not even a week ago, and you're saying they're going to win the KC Cup.
I think they have a solid chance. I think it's either going to be Karakuri or Heroes.
Heroes? Why heroes?
Heroes can be Blackwings. They're a great going second deck. They can steal games against Sabers, although it's a bit unfavorable matchup. They have a good Neos matchup. They have a good Witchcrafter matchup. Like they have some good matchups. Although like you can just brick and
Mm-hmm.
you may go first and you might lose, but they're a really sacky, really good go second deck. Um, they can beat pretty much anything. Like they're just a very solid deck as well.
They won a KC Cup, but that was a while ago, man. You think
The
they?
first KC Cup that they were in, they won.
All right. Well, we'll see.
But
We'll see.
recently, or not too long ago, I believe, Japan had like a kind of KC Cup tournament, and Heroes actually won it, and it pretty definitively as well. So I
Okay.
think that's a pretty good indicator, and I think Karakuri does have a solid chance because nobody is really going to be able to tech for them that much.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, they run Hatronade and Cosmic Cyclones. So if
How
you
about
are
system
unable,
down?
but if you run that system down, you take that L in the rest of your matchups
But
because
if
they're
it's
like the
just a
only.
single card, you know,
But if you're gonna put in a one of, I mean, that's not
we saw
consistent
it
enough in my opinion.
devastate people in anti-phase
Okay,
last night.
yeah,
Devastate.
in a side deck format, that's really great.
But
But
if
in
you're
a
running
one
into
of
a ton,
format,
but if you're running a ton of Karakuri, wouldn't you just do it? Just throw a one of in there just for the hell of it.
but even if like 1 in 5 of your games are Karakuri, you're like you're
And Crystrons, it'll work on Crystrons.
Chris. I don't think Crystron's are gonna be played that much, in my opinion.
I
I
bet
don't
if Negative One's playing, he's gonna be playing Crystrons or Witchcrafters. That's my prediction.
I would expect him to play Crafters instead of Crystron's. Crystron's are kind of a mad deck right now. They don't really dominate anything. I mean, they have a decent Saber matchup if you use system or
They're winning more games
Keystone.
now than they ever did when they were a tier one deck.
Yeah, because fewer people are playing them, so their win percentage goes up.
They've
Because
won more tournaments and scored more points on the power rankings now with the Psychic Wielder version than they ever did in the past.
I mean, the Psychic Wielder version is pretty solid, especially since we have Witchcrafters in the meta now. So maybe if Witchcrafters become super popular, the Wielder version will be nice as well. But I don't think that they're going to like dominate or like. I don't think we'll see a Crystron in the top 10. I can believe some of them will be in the top 100, but I don't think they'll be in the top 10.
All right, what about Witchcrafters?
Crafters have a solid chance, although they're going to struggle from seeing a lot of Heroes and Blackwings. So, I mean, we may see one or two in the top 10, but they're not going to dominate. I don't think they're really going to dominate that much either. They're just essentially going to gatekeep Sabers from being out of control.
All right. So what do you think about the hottest deck right now, the Neos Invoked deck?
I think that deck is genuinely garbage.
Garbage. Why garbage?
It just doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't have any bad matchups, but it doesn't really do anything besides, like, hope your opponent plays into counter traps or, like, perk a trio. When, well, those two things are really great, once you get up into, like, that top 100 bracket of points, people aren't just going to be mindlessly playing into counter traps. And people are probably going to have an out to perk a trio, and they're not just going to overextend and die. I mean, it's really good versus the lion's share of players that will play into those things, but it's inconsistent. It's a going first control deck, which tend to not do as well in KC Cups, and it's just not anything that's going to overwhelm anything else. I mean, we have seen control decks do well in KC Cups. A couple of years ago, Amazons did pretty well when Sun played them. There was that weird like control with like DD Warrior and Wind Up Juggler, all that kind of crap. But I think that the meta is beyond just kind of hoping your opponent can't play through you, because a lot of times they can.
I don't know. I think it's a popular deck. I think a lot of people are going to play it, and I think someone's going to break through with it.
I mean, like I said, I'm sure that there will be some in the top 100, but once they start playing a lot of Heroes and Blackwings, which tend to excel in a best of one format, they're going to consistently get sacked and they're going to switch off of it. So maybe early, Neos could be really, really great. But once you get later into the days, I think you're going to see less and less Neos.
Yeah, I think Purgatrio is going to steal a few games.
Well, of course it is, because it's Purgatrio.
Yep.
But I'm saying the better decks,
you think they're going to
the
outplay
better
him?
players can outplay a Purgatrio.
All right, so you got pretty high hopes for Blackwings then?
I think they'll do very well.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to keep Witchcrafters from getting too crazy, and they're just going to keep. I mean, they're just going to go second. They're going to do their stuff, but unless you have like a really strong, unless you're really lucky, you should probably just try to find a more consistent deck, because they don't really have a very good going first hand. They're prone to bricks. Basically, you either have to play like the triple close and Necro Valley version, or I think you're gonna be playing with fire.
All right. What about Cyber Dragons? They're pretty popular in previous cups, and they're an OTK deck. You think they're gonna find a place here?
I don't think so. I think most
No.
players are just not gonna bother. I mean, they're just not good. Like that overflow to 2 really hurts their consistency of having their God Hand going first. And without that extra removal, they're just a very lackluster deck.
Okay. What about fan favorite Dark Magician? If you invested in the deck, are you going to do well this KC Cup?
I mean, the balanced version is pretty good, or pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It's nothing crazy. I mean, you can definitely do well with it. But once you start seeing Heroes and Blackwings, you're going to take a big dip.
All right, so you're pretty much just in favor of right now E-Sabers, Heroes, what else?
Well, I think Sabers will do well. They'll serve their purpose, but I think Heroes and Karakuri are the two big ones to watch.
Okay, so do you think people are going to be constantly switching decks?
I think that you'll see that more in this KC Cup than most of the previous ones, because like I said, there's not like a clear best deck in this format.
No, you don't think so? You don't think someone's just going to ride one deck the whole way through?
I mean, they could, because I mean, if you think about it this way, as soon as you switch a deck, you could be facing the bad matchup for that deck, and so like if you keep switching, other people are switching too, so you might as well just stay on the same one, because you're going to have the same likelihood of facing any of those decks. So I think that either sticking between one or two decks, having a clear plan for each day based on the meta you're seeing, making sure you're staying on top of your techs, because you may not even need to switch decks, right? If you're facing, let's say, a lot of Dark Magician, maybe it's just worth putting in a few more Lance for going second into their God Hand. You can Lance your monsters, play through their combo and win like that. Or it's going to just come down to, maybe you need to put some Lancia. Maybe you're seeing a lot of Neos and Sabers and you want to be able to play around Invocation. So you put some Lancia in there and you're good to go. So it's not always switching decks. A lot of times it's switching techs.
Ah, very, yeah, that's big brain right there. Maybe that prediction will come true. We'll have to wait and see. So is there any other decks you want to dive into?
I think Stromberg. I think we'll see a
Stromberg,
Stromberg in
come
the
on.
top 100. One Stromberg will make top 100.
Yeah, maybe. What about the super heavy samurai?
No, they don't stand a chance.
No, didn't they get
No.
top 100 a couple KC Cups
I
ago?
genuinely don't think they stand a chance at all in this KC Cup. I
Why-
think Stromberg has a better chance than them.
Yeah, why not super heavy samurai? We saw him in the semifinals of a tournament not too long ago.
Well, because people are going to be playing heavy anti-synchro hate for like Shiranui, Karakuri, Blackwings, so like tons of floodgates, and Super Heavy Samurai have zero way to play through those floodgates. When Karakuri, they can have some other techs, they can hate grenade, stuff like that, Cosmic Cyclone. Super Heavies cannot play spells and traps at all.
We've seen them do it. We've seen them play Fire Formation Goku.
That's a choice, but it's not a good one.
All right. What about Shiranui? You mentioned Shiranui there. We didn't cover that.
They're a solid all-around deck. I think they'll do just as well now as they would in any other KC Cup. I don't think a lot has changed for them. I mean, they're a really nice small engine, so you're going to be able to switch out text very quickly based on the meta. So maybe they'll have a pretty good KC Cup. It's kind of hard to tell. It's going to come down to the players playing them.
Yeah, are you going to go in with Ritual Beast maybe?
Ritual Beast, Shadow Game Ritual Beasts are a good option, but you have to be super, super comfortable with them. They're one of those decks in this KC Cup, or in any KC Cup really, if you are not 100% comfortable with your deck in general, but especially Ritual Beasts, you're going to get punished because they're a deck that requires so much knowledge of the deck itself and of the combos and playing through your opponent that if you're not 100% comfortable with it, you're going to get slaughtered.
Okay, so you're not going to be playing it then?
I mean, I might play it for fun, but if I'm going for a top 100, definitely not.
Okay, and the last deck of the evening then, Blue Eyes White Dragon. What do you think?
I think it has a decent chance. I mean, it's going to be better than it was last KC Cup, but it's not going to be overwhelming in any shape or form. I mean, it has a good Witchcrafter and Saber matchup, although I think it can definitely get kind of overpowered by a Karakuri or a Blackwing. I think Karakuri should, especially if they're playing like Hatronades and Cosmics like they should. I don't really see how Blue Eyes are going to be able to fend off a strong turn two from Karakuri or Blackwing, because both of those decks can just eat you up like nothing, and then have a negate as well. So it'll be very, very interesting to see how Blue Eyes does. I think it's going to be very dependent upon what other people play.
All right. I hope the deck dies. Anyways, moving on. Post KC Cup banlist predictions. Don't go too deep. Just name off a quick few cards.
Ooh, I guess it really depends upon what is going to be
what wins
big in the KC Cup. I think that we could see, if Blackwings become a problem, Whirlwind could go to 3.
Okay.
If Invoked Neos becomes a problem, Shell could go to 2. And if Sabers continue to be as big of a problem as they have been in the past, I could see Invocation going to 3.
Ooh. I don't know about that one. That's crazy old Herf for you right there. Why don't you tell us what you're going to be playing, buddy?
If I go in, I'll probably play Shiranui early,
Mm-hmm.
and then kind of see what other people are playing, or if I need to adjust, I would either go to Sabers or potentially Dark Magician, depending upon
Okay.
what I'm seeing up there. Yeah.
All right. Where are you gonna end up? Let's make that prediction. Where's Herf gonna end up?
Uh, I'm honestly working Friday and Saturday and have plans on Sunday.
Listen to this guy.
I do. Oh my
Listen to
Jesus.
this guy. Listen to this guy. I already said, well,
Top 5,000.
what's that?
Top 5,000.
Top 5,000. All right. That's good. That's good. You get some prismatics for that. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
I may or may not play. I don't know. I'm not sure. I will definitely play the stage 1 because you can play meme decks all the way through that,
Yeah.
and then kind of see how it goes that weekend. So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. All right. We'll check back with you after the Casey Cup and see if you got that top 5,000 with your Valkyrie deck.
Thank you.
All right, guys. I hope you like Herf's predictions. I know you guys love arguing with Herf in the comments section, so make sure to do that. And we're gonna get out of here, but make sure you get into our Discord because that's where we hold all of our tournaments and that's where the fun begins. So make sure to do that using the link in the description below. All right. So we're gonna get out of here. I'm Circus. That's Herf.
See ya.
See you next time.